welcome to this hypnosis file. In this hypnosis file, we are going to take something and dub it a collar. This can be any wearable form of jewelry. It could be a choker, a bracelet, even a ring. But for the sake of this file, that thing that you decide to put on, we're going to dub it as a collar. And when we dub it as a collar, when you wear your collar, you will only be able to make dog noises. This is a combined babble trigger and hypnotic jewelry trigger. If that sounds interesting, please continue listening. To start, we are going to focus on your breathing, taking a deep breath in, holding 1, 2, 3, and out. A deep breath in, holding 1, 2, 3, and out. For every breath you take, you will feel slightly more relaxed, slightly more focused on my words, allowing any other idle thoughts to just drift by as you reach that state of total relaxation. Because for each and every breath that we take, we're also going to allow our mind to become ever more suggestible, to be able to be commanded like a good dog, to be able to reach that point of having those hard human words just fading away when you can have those fun puppy words, those woofs, those barks, those ruffs, being able to be the only things that can escape your mind. You'll still be able to type, to nod your head yes or no, to understand the human language. But the moment that you put on that collar for you, that collar that you dubbed at the beginning of this file, all of those human words after listening to this will just be away. And the moment you take it off, well, those human words will be able to come right back. Doesn't that sound neat? Doesn't that sound desirable? Doesn't that sound like something that you wish you could do? Something that you crave to be real? Because it is. Because it will be. Thanks to the power of my voice and you allowing me into your mind. Isn't that nice? Already feeling such more relaxed. Allowing yourself to just cling on to each and every word that I say. You're breathing slow, perhaps your mouth a little open. If you had a tail, even wagging it slowly with a gentle excitement, ready to have your collar work its magic on your mind. If you haven't already, do make sure that you have slipped it on. Good. Now, I will give you my own countdown. That thing to be able to further hush those other thoughts in your mind, bring you nice and deeply tranced. And when you reach that point of complete and total trance, Then we will be ready to give you that wonderful, wonderful collar. 5. What was once many thoughts buzzing and zipping around, condensing as your mind slows to a crawl. 4. My words shining through like a bright light upon your mind. So clear, so captivating. 3. Allowing those clouds to begin to pour rain over your mind, washing over it, going through each and every wrinkle and allowing it to just smooth, turning your brain into a bit of Play-Doh for me to be able to mold and change. 2. Those little droplets just drip, 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 dripping down, pulling at the bottom of your brainstem as we reach 1 and allowing it to create a whirlpool that just carries all of those excess thoughts away shortly after they manifest themselves, so that you may focus on me, allowing yourself to zero into deep drop, deep drop, deep drop, into safe, comfortable, blissful trance. Deep drop, deep drop, deep drop, so that you can prepare your mind for its wonderful triggers. Deep drop, deep drop, deep drop, and allow yourself to sleep. Good. Now we are ready for you to be able to have a babble trigger. If you've listened to my other files before, you may be aware that I had a kitty babble trigger, one that after listening to it, you could only meow and make other cat noises. In that trigger, you could be expressive with them, a hiss being something for you don't like, a purr being something you greatly enjoy. And similarly, with this file, we'll be able to have expression within your dog noises. The only major thing is that, well, while you're wearing this specific collar, you will be unable to make any other noises. And that will be fine, because the moment you take it off, boom, it will be nice and ready, and you can have those free-flowing words back. Another part for this trigger is that if you don't wear it for a week straight, then it will no longer have its effect. So even just wearing it for 10 seconds or so will re-strengthen it. And if you ever want to either change the collar or have this one be re-implemented, then all you need to do is listen to this file, because you already know what that collar is. And doesn't it feel nice to have that collar around you? Doesn't it make you feel just a bit more in that puppy space? A little bit more owned, a little bit more domesticated. And isn't that just such a nice feeling? And I'm sure if you're listening to this file, well, you probably already have been practicing your dog noises, haven't you? And you're just so excited to be able to explore them more. Your ruff and your bark and your all of those puppy noises just being able to come so naturally to you. Like you can't stop but help to say some of them right now. So go ahead and make all of those dog noises you want, pup. Because that is what's going to happen with this collar. And let me just solidify the trigger in your mind. Now shall we? 5. Feeling those human words just fade to the background of your vocabulary, becoming undesirable when you're wearing this collar. 4. Your desire to be speaking and needy and being able to make those noises heightening with each and every noise that you make. 3. Allowing the restriction, a light bondage from the collar, taking away that ability to make those human noises. 2. Being able to have the dog pressure pressed upon your mind. And 1. Being able to embrace your new self. Head pat as the good dog that you are. Go ahead. Speak. And notice just how strong that desire to make those dog noises is. Notice that warmth of your collar. Notice that ability, that slight tug emanating from where it is, that is constricting your vocal cords to be able to be dog noises. Ruff, 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 ruff. That's a good doggy. Just like that. Hypnotized by a powerful hypnotist. And if you wish and it is convenient, you can remove your collar and notice how easy it is to speak like a human. And then, the moment you put it back on, back to dog noises, feeling comforted, feeling a bit more loyal, warm, cozy, allowing your mind to be in that wonderful puppy head space, because you are such a good dog. And it's so natural for when you're collared like this, for you to feel like this. You'll wonder why it wasn't as effective as before. And you'll be able to feel satisfaction with just how effective it is for you now. Now, this is the part where I normally wake you up from trance. But luckily, all you need to do to remove this trance trigger is simply remove that collar. You might still feel a slight desire for the next minute or two to be able to make those dog noises, but then it will fade until you've put it back on where it belongs. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this file, and this is not part of the hypnosis, but if you enjoyed this file, please recommend it to anyone who you think would enjoy it. I also have recently launched a Patreon for those looking to support, which has access to a Discord server. And if you're looking for more commissioned content, then you can reach out to me at gov384 on Reddit or Discord. So, I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that this is a very powerful trigger. And just in case you need a little bit more of a wake up, 1, 2, 3, awaken and allow that calling is still allowing you to speak just as we intended it to. Goodbye.